everyone, and welcome to the final match day of the World Simulation Football Classic. And it is going to be three absolutely wild affairs that could be upcoming for us. A lot of implications on the scenarios that can happen here. Sock here, joined by Candidates. And well, Candidates, why don't you take us through here what can absolutely go down in these three final group matches?
Well, we have an interesting match in Group B, so Baltic Seas versus Americas, where the Pyrenees, they've already played their 2 games and are at 1 point. The Americas are also at 1 point, but have this game in hand. So the Pyrenees needs Americas to lose, and they need to lose by 1-0 in order for the Pyrenees to advance. The Americas just needs 1 point.
Yeah, that or a 2-goal loss or more would
Or a
also see
2-goal
the
loss.
Pyrenees
Yes,
through.
that is correct.
Yeah, on the other
and then in
side
Group
there,
C, we have essentially just a seeding game because the Dutch-Deutsch Federation lost their 2 first games. And then in Group D, we have a winner-takes-all, USA versus Alpen United.
yes, of course, the United African Federation already through after taking both of those games. As we get ourselves set here, we do see the standings. Baltic already through, do not have to play for anything, but if they do lose, would drop down to the second seed. So they would likely, I believe, play Canada as a result as we get ourselves underway here. Bailey Yali kicking us off here for the Americas. Quickly on with possible for Guerra. And already, the Americas looking to threaten early on. There's a good header away by Brooks Patron. As the whistle has gone there with the Yali offside.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Americas, they're a bit more defensive, a bit young on the offense with Vukovic and the Diali, both S13 players here.
Yeah, as Diali there tried a shot blocked out there by Lynn. Brooks Patron there to take it out of play. It seems like Jeremiah is down and looks to be okay and willing to continue here. First chance here perhaps for the Baltics as Brooks Patron header is tipped over again by Carrigan. Another corner given. So they reset. Larkinen looking on that near post. Goes over to Brooks Patron, but blocked there by Ramirez. Larkinen got it to Jeremiah. Does play him on. Brooks Patron, another drive. Ramirez blocked it and it just harmlessly went over the bar once more. Another corner here from this left flank. By that time, Incline is able to head it away and right into open space. Jeremiah has to retreat for it. Does still get it in here for Hakkinen. Garvinen just pushes it out off of Guerra.
Great defensive plays from the Americas here. Just stepping in front of the ball. Multiple people.
Yep, they're really putting their bodies on the line here, knowing they will advance with the point as there's Teixeira heading the way there for Gunter. Low cross for Pinkman. Back with Soderberg. A drive. Again blocked by Incline. And now a potential counter here with Guerra. Shut down by Jeremiah though. Got it back over to Järvinen. Another cross worked in here. Plenty of bodies. And Tyler did get to it, but Carrigan held on. Possible back for Carrigan, who works it clear. Out to Vukovic with a lot of space. Given off to Ramirez. Try to go back to Vukovic, but too many Baltic bodies. Ibrahimovic for Tali. Now Pinkman trying to dash by Nunez. Got a pass into Harkinen. Tali again. Back for Harkinen. Tali for Pinkman. For Harkinen. Good save, Carrigan.
What a passing play. Just tiki-taka all the way to the shot there.
Yeah, with just one-touch football. Superb work. Just couldn't get it by Patrick Carrigan. Oceania keeper converted here to play for the Americas. One of a few transfers out of Oceania. Here's Pinkman with drive, but too high and ends up in the parking lot. Can't say which row of stands it ends up in now because, well, we're playing in the practice facilities it seems. Jeremiah here, another corner. Headed out there by Donnarumma. Out to Pinkman. Able to clean up. Now Soderberg back for Pinkman. Looks for options. Back The Brooks Patron. Holding it around that access point. Now work to the center of the park with Lind. Hardly have any options. Tries to go to Jeremiah Inclan well in the passing lane. Scherer to Nunez. That's Milton Nunez, of course. Tyson Nunez, I believe, on the bench for this one. As all Brooks Patron misses ahead of there. Dialli will be there to try and launch an attack. Lind was there to cut it off, though. It was not the last line of defense. Incline a drive, saved by almost the Heretic. Nearly found its way inside that near post. A good coverage there by Elmas. Keeps this game scoreless for the time being. 8 minutes left in the half here. Milton Nunez, a corner to the far post, and Lind sends it on its way and out for a throw. Like that might just take us to the break, though Järvinen has been carded. The only real notable event thus far, but the Baltics have really looked like they've put Americas to the sword. Seems like they're not just going to let them take this 0-0 draw and allow both teams to advance.
Yeah, it looks like the experience on the Baltic is really paying off here, trying to keep the ball, keep the passing plays, looking for openings. But then again, you have the Americas just putting the body on the line, as you mentioned before, just sacrificing themselves, trying to block any and all shots that are coming into the goal. And
Yep.
Kerrigan is there to pick up the slack when it eventually gets through.
Yeah, it's been very good thus far, Patrick Carrigan, as we return here for the second half. Doesn't seem like any changes have been made to either side here. Those benches just will stay warm under the rain as much as they can. I have to think that Carrigan will need to put on a couple more of those great saves. The Americans look to keep their hopes alive. Harkinen now down the flank. Flicks it back for Järvinen. Getting by Guerra. Low cross is blocked there by Munoz. And now Roma will clear it out and got it out to Dialli for a contest. They were able to hold it up at midfield as, oh, there is an injury. So it does look like we will have a change here to Juha Järvinen.
It's going to be a tough break for the Baltic. Järvinen, a bit of a speed demon that can actually cross quite well, as we've seen in the league. But they do have some good options on the bench with, for instance, Leif Fist now coming in to take up that spot.
I was going to say it's probably going to be either Leif Fist or perhaps Toki Wartooth with going to Pleasureman switching sides. But yeah, Järvinen was also carded previously and was probably been the best player on form so far. So a big miss out for him. It does seem like Guerra may have also been hurt in that clash. It might open up some options. And here is Fist. Header in by Tarley and held there by Carrigan. It might have been just a clash of those two that resulted in Järvinen going off. Doesn't look like Guerra is holding up too well. So we'll have to wait and see though whether Guilherme Guerra will come off and what the Americas will do in perhaps in form of a change. Here's Vukovic carded. Jeremiah an indirect. Carrigan did well. Covered off the far post and just swallowed up that football. He sends it long out to Vukovic. Oh, tough first touch though. Couldn't control it. Just fell for Gunter. Tali now forward for Ibrahimovic. Surrounded by American bodies. Jeremiah back for Soderberg. Over to Lind. Jeremiah once more over to Harkinen. It's Fist on his outside, but a good takeaway there by Possible. And Possible down the right side. Dialli tried to work it back there, but Fist was going the way. Lots of fresher legs, perhaps also helping out. Pinkman out for Ibrahimovic. Over to Jeremiah, back with Soderberg. Baltics need to find an opportunity here in this last 15 minutes for the Pyrenees to stay alive, but they would be content with having this first spot. Harkinen whipped in here, looking for Pinkman, but the header just outside the post. Carrigan will launch it. They're playing a very high line there, the Americas. If they get caught out, there's going to be a lot of open space potentially for Ibrahimovic to take advantage. See if they launch him now. No, he just takes it himself. Just flicks along for Jeremiah. Just push from a little bit further back. Then with Soderberg. Now with Harkinen. How do you get by possible? Just got enough space here for the cross. Another header by Pinkman, but too high that time. They've just been generating a lot of shots, but nothing that's really troubled them too much. 6 shots on target and 6 saves for Patrick Carrigan. Over to Ramirez. Tali, good pressure, but just got it back to the Teixeira. Flipped over for Milton Nunez. Ramirez, Tali again closing. Worked back for Carrigan. Carrigan going the long way out to the alley. Got it back for Rinkland, and now Guerra still moving forward. Here's Inclan, good save. Almost a Heretic holds him off. The Americas now with a chance to get themselves into the 1 seed with 10 minutes to play. Milton Nunez, the corner taker, headed out Brooks Patron. Henrik Lind now booked, and final few minutes here, and it seems like the Pyrenees' hopes of a miracle are fading. There are 4 added minutes. Maybe one last chance here, but it doesn't seem like we're really moving too far. Harkness is off for treatment. This now, looking for any options, but it just seems like we don't have enough time here. The Pyrenees will have to go out sad. Lind will launch one, and it's gone out for a throw. That should do it here, surely now. Americans have possession. There goes the final whistle. And both of these teams end up advancing. Baltic put a lot more pressure on them in that first half and they did in the second. It was just largely a lull at the end there. But both teams will be content as they both advance. Baltic in first place, having beaten the Pyrenees Union. And the Americas will gladly take the 2nd seed.
The Americas advance without scoring a goal in 2 games. And without conceding a goal too.
Yeah. If you just stay neutral in this group, chances are you probably end up advancing. The only way they wouldn't have is if the Baltic and Pyrenees game had gone to a draw with goals.
It's going to be interesting to see what the knockout stage is going to offer for Americas. Having a very tight defense in the group stage. I'm not sure exactly how the groups or how the knockouts are drawn, but they do have Canada, they do have Africa, 2 of the more offensive focused teams that they might be drawn against.
Yeah, I mean, more of a chances it goes to penalties as well, and always has a chance to offer up some wild affairs. Depends on how Patrick Carrigan will perform, as well as perhaps Scott Sterling for the UAF. As we go to the seeding matchup, which basically will decide which other team the Americas may face, as it will be Walland, which is still just... I don't know how to feel about the Walland name.
What do you mean? It's just Wales and England combined.
Where's Scotland? Where is Scotland in all of this?
Scotland is in the North Sea.
Okay. Yes, Walland taking on the Commonwealth of the North Sea. Because I guess this is kind of like the UK and friends. Here is Walland's offset 5-2-3 formation, best as I can describe it, and North Sea also rocking a 5-2-3 with a very defensive line.
Yes. And these 2 teams met in the friendlies as well, and I believe it was a 0-0 draw. So 2 very defensive teams facing off against each other.
As we get underway here, of course, both of these teams just vying for seeding here and nothing more. I'm sure both of them would like to end up winning their groups. I do believe it would go to fair play points, perhaps, if there is anything, but otherwise just a drawing of lots, so still a ways to see here. We will try and keep track of the cards as well, as we already have one here. Cole Mertz has been carded. Be -1 point there, as here's Greer for Penshaw, whose header is just high. Giving a lot of space there, but not to be on that occasion, as there's one launched forward. Looking for Penshaw again, but good defense there from Peregrine Plank. And now Pedersen with a long run here, just darting and weaving through pretty much everyone And whipped along there for Scott Muffin. Oh, Anderson had to lay out for that one, but makes the save. It's Colmertz carded for the North Sea. So, and another one there, Tom Pedersen. So that may come back to cost the North Sea. It all depends on how those cards go. Of course, that's assuming right now that there is any sort of fair play points, but there's a card there for Greer. So that's a little bit of even Stevens now. There is Smallwood. Trying to dash by Mertz. Give himself some space. Goes to Jared on the left edge. It's whipped long. I think it was too high for Penshaw, and Pedersen heads it out, but only as far as Taco Cat, who lost it to Danny Paul, who tries to run away with it, but Cat comes back and brings it back with Letizier. In for Penshaw now to Jeeves. Gerard making one on the left flank, but good interruption there by Juliuson. We're just able to find Gerard. Gives himself some space here for Greer. Muffin tries to take it away, couldn't do it. Gerard now another cross in, headed away by Mertz. Jeeves headed back in. Smallwood maybe had a shot opportunity. Goes back to Letizier.
What
Great
a
save.
shot.
Alexandra Gunnarsson. Corner to defend now for the North Sea, but it's right to three North Sea defenders. And Paul again, just taking it away there from Norris, and now with a lot of open space. Likes to use about half of it, then got it back to Pedersen. Ball now with Walland here, 37th minute. Letizier trying to find Greer, but Nessie too quick to it. And Juliuson tried to launch a break there, but O'Rourke not quite alert. As another chip up for Greer. Now along here for Ploiger. Penshaw's got it! Penshaw just on the edge of it. Bangs it in, bottom corner. And Walland hit the front.
Henshaw just out edging Plink there. Or is it Washburn?
Washburn, yeah. Plink, I thought it was the one that got the header onto it. But it just fell there, and Penshaw able to head it in bottom corner. It just seemed like Plink just didn't launch up high enough for that one, and as a result is punished. Penshaw allowed the easy one-on-one header, and Gunnarsson could not get to that left side. Diver now across here for Penshaw, and Plink that time did get up there of the header, and it was down for Washburn, who cleared it out. Now Gizo in here. Penshaw again. Good save. Gunnarsson near post. And tips it out for a corner with about 5 minutes left to play in this first half, plus probably about 2 minutes worth of stoppages. Gerard in, headed away by Juliuson. Dives in a lot on the edge of it. Greer, a long drive, but too high. Now angle looked like it was pretty close, but I think from reverse angle it showed it was quite high up. As that takes us to half time here, and Paul Penshaw's shot right now the difference of them holding the 1 seed.
A lot of congestion there on the Walland defensive line. The inverse wing backs. That's I believe it's Gerard and Letizier. Not really getting into the center of the pitch as much as they would have liked, but they're still leading, so it seems to be working.
Yeah, it does look a bit like you could draw some lines between them and create a triforce, but still. It seems to be reasonably compact right now, the North Sea. I mean, you just see like that heat map seems to be very much in their own half. So,
yes.
A bit disconcerting.
That's not where you want to be to score goals.
Exactly. And they will need a goal here in order to try and perhaps salvage that first seed. Changes made. The North Sea can come back here and perhaps launch something here with O'Rourke. Here he is now. Pass up for Paul. Paul got a lot of space there by Ladiver and tries a shot, but too high out there and out for a goal kick. Dives in a lot now. While looking at another charge. There is Gerard. Flicked along there, got over to the other flank. Cat tries again from the other side. Washburn headed it out. Letizier cleaned up. And is that a penalty? Yes, it is. Referee looked to his linesman and said that was a foul. And now Fletcher Smallwood has the opportunity to make it 2-0. Sends Gunnarsson the wrong way. And it's
Good
2-0.
decisive penalty.
Yep. Just immediately knew inside of the foot. All that. Gunnarsson thought to go to the outside, but no avail. And that might just seal it up here. The North Sea have not looked threatening enough to put anything home so far. I mean, they only have a one shot on target right now. Perhaps they can find a miracle in these final 20 minutes. There's Gerrard. Trying to race by Scud and does. Got it to Greer. Good 1-2 play there. Gerrard right through. Back with Greer. Little through ball there for Jeeves. Working his 3 now instead of 2. Greer with a long crossover for Taco Cat. A header. Oh, Penshaw nearly tipped it on. He may have been offside and Gunnarsson either way held on. Once again, Walland looking to charge. Here is Gerrard. And attacking via the left flank. Now whipped in there, though. Mertz a good interrupt. Got the header down. I'll look to launch. I'll go first in the centre with O'Rourke as bodies crowd around him. Oh, just able to cut out Scott Muffin there with a lethal lobbed ball. Here's Maxwell. Forward for O'Rourke. Now with Nessie. Trying to work it up. Here's Scud Muffin. Nessie on his outside. Looks to him. Now Maxwell in for O'Rourke. Good pass there for Muffin. 1-on-1. Anderson a save. Dives in a lot. Cleans up a rebound. And Anderson will clear. First real good chance there for the North Sea. But just unable to capitalise. Now they get a corner though with 8 minutes to go. Pedersen to the centre of the box, but headed out there by Dizenalov. Mertz there to sweep it up and tries a 30-yarder. That was ambitious. Maybe it felt like they needed one of those. 4 minutes to go and Walland just looking to seal the deal. Jeeves for Smallwood. A third would absolutely do it for them. Here's Penshaw. Has to take it away from Gunnarsson. Angle was too narrow. Here's Tarkokat dancing in. Blocked by Plink. Washburn tries to head it to the sideline and does find it. He thought about chasing it down, but just decided it was best to let possession stay in their hands. And now as stoppage time looms, the North Sea still looking to try and find one more goal for the 1 seed, but they only have 1 minute to do it. Probably over for them, but they'll still be able to advance into the quarterfinals. Just going to be a more difficult draw for them, whomever they face. Will perhaps look for a goal to make it another 2-1. O'Rourke! Oh, just wide. And Anderson beat the entire net as well. Seems like too much time is ticking away now. But maybe one last roll of the dice here. O'Rourke looks for Danny Paul, but Ladiva heads it out. Penshaw will clean things up. And that will bring an end to it. Walland takes a comprehensive 2-0 victory and takes the 1 seed out of Group C.
There's a big difference here on the shots on target. 8 from Walland and only 2 on target from the North Sea. And you need to hit the net in order to get a goal.
Yep. I mean, again, just see, it seemed like North Sea were just crowded a lot in that defensive half. Never really got themselves roaming. As a result, just could not get anything done. I mean, I think that Yannick Anderson did have one of their best performances. Ended up being player of the match, I suppose. Keeping a clean sheet in this game was impressive, but would have expected someone like Penshaw or Smallwood perhaps to get the glory, but I'm sure he'll be quite content with that. Well, that decides 6 of the 8 spots, or really 7 actually. South Africa is already through Group D. But now we get to decide the 8th and final knockout stage spot coming up here. Going to be Alpen United taking on Team USA.
Both teams lost 2-1 to Africa. So on that result alone, they should be on even standing. But if I remember correctly, the The African Federation had a bit of a more dominant play in the Alpen game than they did versus the USA. And we're going to see a bit of a rotated squad this game around with the USA because they have so many active players. There was no way to actually put them in one game and allow them to substitute in halftime. So a bit of a rotated squad now coming in. I believe 7 positions or 6 or 7 positions are being rotated.
Yeah, it is worth noting if we do have fair play points in this, there weren't actually any yellow cards that were issued to Team USA. To see their formation here with a very interesting midfield. Seem to be lined up along the center as Alpen with a more classic 4-2-3-1, very reminiscent of Tokyo Sporting Club, especially with Emiliano Yoichi Isagi finding themselves in the center of that. As there we see the situation. Both of these teams on no points and a -1 goal differential. Yeah, I have double checked. The Alpen did have 2 yellow cards, so perhaps Team USA does have the slight advantage if this does go to a full draw here. Wait and see. 44 here. Able to find the left edge. I believe that's Victoria Snooks passing down to Isagi. Ooh, a little shot on. Kind of kept it out there. Tries another one, and Costanza threw the boot and it came off of him and well out of the Alpen area. Sorry, the team. Is that Team USA area? I'm not too sure, actually. So here goes Newman. Now, of course, I didn't get to see Alpen United play earlier on as there's a header by Tucker, held out though by Adam Rage. Team USA, right. Team USA are playing in the blue and Alpen in the white. I could see them on the top of the picture. Get it together. Here's Nezovic mopping up the clearance and trying to find Poggio. Got away from a tackle of Newman, but that was blocked by Llewellyn. Andrews heads it out only as far as Whittington. Here's Poggio once more. Old Sullivan. Out to Nezovic. Right in that corner. Knight puts the pressure on and is able to at least force a throw-in. That forces the danger out.
It does look like the current league table has Alpen ahead of the US.
Huh. So maybe perhaps fair play points are in players. Here goes Tucker though. Oh, has that gone in? It has gone in! And it somehow ended up with Jeff Newman. There was surely a penalty on, but it's just leaked through everyone. Here's Newman. He played it in here for Tucker. Levert trips him up. I thought Tucker had gone in the foot to it, but it got right by him, and it got by Adam Rage as well. It probably would have been a straight red card due to an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, but since it set it up in the net, I think Alpen might count themselves lucky there. They aren't down to 10 and down a goal.
I believe Rage played for Tucker to get that ball. And when he didn't, it was just...
Yeah, as here goes Tucker now, one-on-one, tries to open up the angle. Rage was able to make the save though. Scott had to control the rebound. It was a bit of a risky ball there.
Always love those plays right to the goalkeeper when there's a forward right beside them.
Yeah. Here goes Snooks now, sending through 44. Ooh, tries a one-timer with a half volley, but just got 2 underneath it.
And now we see the updated league table, US in the second spot.
Yep, of course, as they are leading, it does mean that they can hold on to that second seed, but still need that hour to hold on to this lead, or perhaps extended. I'm getting the hiccups. This is great. Here goes Bull now for Dieter. Over to Newman. Newman got by Levert and nearly had the double, but just to the outside of the near post. Stanza here for Team USA, back to Tenderloin. Lofting one for Andrews, tried an inside pass to Dieter, but Snooks cut it off. Lavervo, oh, great pressure by Newman. Now he needs to get by Scarpetta, but the defense was good enough. Bull tries to pass to Tucker. Poggio blocks. No wonder the decisions made there, just putting themselves near more Alpen personnel. Stanza back for Kanders, who lost one out. Ends up finding Tucker though. Roberto Scarpetta missed that one. And Rob Tucker just barely missed the top corner. Team USA have seemed like they've had all of the pressure, though there has been their opportunities for Alpen United. Knight for Lightning, and now Bull. Back for Costanza. Work with that left side of the attack. Newman, oh, finds Andrews by Whittington, one-on-one. Good save, Rage. One and a half to play. Here is Andrews. Whipped in a corner, held again by Rage. 5 shots on target thus far for Team USA compared to Alpen United's 1 as we go to half-time here, and it seems like Team USA have had all the momentum and look to be carrying it into that final knockout stage spot.
If I read the position statistics correctly, Alpen United seemed to have 58% of the possession, or maybe it was 52. I couldn't read the single digit correctly, but for sure, US has had the more dangerous opportunities when they actually get the ball.
I mean, that's been the main thing that we've been seeing is that Alpen just seem to be opting for the long ball to try and get 0-44 rolling, while USA seem more contented generally trying to play it close and work it up the field, and thus far that's what they've been able to do. As we'll likely see some changes as well for Team USA. Again, mentioned earlier, the depths that Team USA has, or just depth singular, I suppose. Just see who they elect to bring on here for this final 45 minutes. Alessandro Del Piero has come on to Alpen United in place of Emiliano Yoichi Isagi. Interestingly, no changes for Team USA. So we'll have to see how the dynamics goes with this final 11. Alpeta working it back here for Rage. We've mainly been seeing them do. And look for a lofted ball here to try and get 44 going, but they can't find anything right now. Another good takeaway by 44 though. Out to Nezovic. O'Sullivan. Called his name much this game. Yellow now for O'Sullivan again. Here's Snooks. Snooks tries to drive one, but Tenderloin does get a block in there. Over the Tenderloin once more. Back to Kanders. 44 was looming. Della now for O'Sullivan. 44 a chance! An equaliser from Julian O'Sullivan to 0-44. And Alpen United ties it right back up after the break. As Mo Della that knocks down the Kanders clearance. Didn't get very far. Wasn't 21 in particular. It's a very quick counter. See here how tight the offside was from this angle. Oh, Tenderloin just put 44 on there. He was right by the centre defenders of Costanzo and Llewellyn. And now Alpen United have a chance to take the lead here. It's to the far post. It was off by the crossbar. The header from O'Sullivan denied. Somehow, Team USA are still holding on. In some form at least. Here is Bull. Out for Newman. Newman trying to escape to open field. Trying to get by Modelo. Just dumps it off to Andrews. Whipped in here. Oh, no, Tucker! Just slots it home. And Team USA are only down for a few minutes before they come right back.
Lots of good runs here for both Newman and Tucker, and finally Andrews gets the cross in to find that open man running in.
Yeah, as here's a direct free kick here. Modelo just a bit too high. Would have been the equaliser there. It was just Rob Tucker got free of his man and just a nice across the face shot. It's very difficult there from such a narrow angle to try and make sure it still gets into that far post without being held off there by Rage. But Rage was just so content on covering the near side that it just opened things up for him. And he got it across well. Was able to find the net. And now Team USA will absolutely look to extend here. As here's Andrews to Llewellyn. Now Newman through for Tucker again. He's got a double in the space of 5 minutes. And suddenly Team USA are trying to run away with this one.
You have to feel for Alpen United in this situation, trying to, or getting the tying goal and then just losing it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, then conceding a second goal in 10. It's rather unnerving for them. Yeah, I mean, when they try to contain him, they ended up letting Newman score. Now the tick of the hour passes. Alpen now need 30 minutes to score 2 goals and perhaps they advance. Andrews in here for Tucker. Nearly had his hat trick, but Rage covers off the near post. A 15-minute hat trick for Rob Tucker would have been excellent for him and probably get him a perfect 10. Looking at that match rating, already sitting at a 9. Enza now to Tenderloin. Over to Llewellyn. A long ball looking for Andrews. Whittington did well, covered it off. Oh, but couldn't get it back on the turnaround. Andrews back in here. Heather Bull tries one, but just over the bar. It comes to nothing in the end. Worth noting, George Costanza does have a yellow card. Not exactly certain on how they would decide things. Perhaps due to the way they manage the ties, there may be some away goals involved, but who's to say? Here goes Andrews, running right by Victorious. Knox whipped in here. Good header away though, Roberto Scarpetta. Knight knocks it down here for Lightning. Now ball back for Llewellyn. They're content to calm it down here as they go back inside their own half. Knight though, launching one for Newman! Oh, what a volley! And what a goal to perhaps seal Team USA into the knockout stage.
The celebration was accordingly, just wheeling himself out of the box there.
Brett Nikla got left in the dust there, and just a beautiful left foot snap. Up, hanging in the Louvre, or the Met, whatever the museum for Team USA would be for that kind of goal. As here's Del Piero trying to launch 44 there, but too long. And kind of seizes it and just launches one right back for Heather Bull. And suddenly Team USA might be looking for a fifth here. Here's Tucker just over the bar. 11 shots on target thus far for Team USA, and Alpen just got their 11th shot overall. That just goes to show you how much pressure is being piled on. As 3 minutes of stoppage time to be played, already through about a minute of it. Like Alpen United will just have to lick their wounds here. Of course, I'm sure they aren't going to give up, though. In these final 2 minutes, they're going to throw everything at it. Here goes 44. His biker stamps. A good save, Kanders. Here's Knight. Going to perhaps look for a hat-trick for either one of their 2 strikers here. Newman and Tucker, I'm sure, are looking for one. As here's Dieter infield. Oh, Dieter was offside at the time. Lever will just try and launch one up there, but headed away by Knight. And that's it. Alpen United eliminated from the World Cup. Team USA, on the back of 3 goal contributions from Jeff Newman, advance themselves into the knockout stage and take D2 to finalize their spot and finalize the top 8 of the World Simulation Football Classic. What a performance from Jeff Newman. 9.9. Unreal stuff from him.
I wonder what happened to not get the 10 there. 3 goal contributions. Doesn't get
Well, he
better
needed
than
to be
that.
involved in all 4. That's my only hypothesis.
Alpen held on for as long as they could. Tucker and Newman proved to be too dangerous in the defensive end there.
Yeah, they just found ways through the
Yeah.
defense, and really, I mean, you see 5 key passes, 3 chances created, 2 goals, 1 assist. I guess he did have a shot on target. I guess if he didn't have that, it'd be a perfect 10. Yeah, 0-44, the only goal contribution. Berdescup header seemed like it made a few mistakes, but really was the best of the defenders. Otherwise, just seemed like they were being torn apart. Alpen United unfortunately eliminated, along with the Pyrenees, the Dutch-Deutsche Federation, and Eastern Europe. Here is the final standings, the final result from all the group stage. Walland will advance as C1. C2 will be the Commonwealth of the North Sea in spite of a 2-0 loss. The Commonwealth of the Baltics ends up taking the top spot in Group B. And the Americas win by doing absolutely nothing. Group D, of course, we did see Team USA take the second seed, with the United African Federation taking the first spot from there. And in Group A, Canada and Oceania in 2 and 3 technically very decisive results. So hopefully after Christmas, I believe we should be seeing the knockout stages, or I could be corrected on that.
No, you're correct. The knockout stages will be drawn sometime around the 27th, I think. And then we'll have the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals leading up to New Year's Eve. And all of them are going to be live streamed. So we're going to be a bit of a holiday live stream session for the final matches of the World Simulation Football Classic.
Oh, I can't wait. I honestly hope, I know some of you may be watching this on tape delay. Hopefully you'll be there for the live stream themselves. And for those of you in premiere, probably be around this time. So hopefully we'll get to see a whole bunch of knockout stage classics, and hopefully a lot of penalties. So that'll be it from us here. Thank you for watching the group stage, for Canada's, for all of the Simulation Soccer League staff, board of directors, and for all of you viewers at home. I've been Sock, and we shall see you next time.